World-famous bedtime stories from Mom. Today's story is The Wizard of Oz. Dorothy lived on a small farm in Kansas with her grandparents. Suddenly the sky darkened and a huge twister appeared with a loud boom and bang. "Toto, let's go home." Dorothy, holding her little black dog Toto, ran towards the house. But the twister approached too quickly, and with a whoosh, the house was lifted into the sky. "Oh no, we're going up into the sky!" Dorothy exclaimed with a voice full of surprise and curiosity. Toto, barking a woof woof, found comfort in Dorothy's arms. The house continued to fly through the twister and finally landed on the ground with a thud. When Dorothy opened the door and looked outside, she realized she was in a completely different world. "Wow, where are we?" Dorothy couldn't hide her astonishment. Dorothy started walking along the golden road. Clip-clop, her shoes echoed on the path. "Toto, we need to find the wizard. He will send us home," Dorothy said. Walking along, Dorothy encountered a scarecrow by the roadside. The scarecrow swayed wobble-wobble in the wind. "Hello? What are you doing here?" Dorothy asked the scarecrow. "I'm looking for wisdom." "Where are you headed?" The scarecrow replied. "To see the Wizard of Oz." "Would you like to join me?" Dorothy offered. "Oh really? I would love to." The scarecrow happily agreed to accompany her. Dorothy and the scarecrow continued along the golden road. Rustle, rustle, the scarecrow made a sound with his straw-filled body as he walked. "Why do you seek wisdom?" Dorothy asked, curious. "I'm a scarecrow standing in a field." "But what's really important is having a brain to think," the scarecrow said. Dorothy understood the scarecrow's wish and comforted, "The wizard will surely help you." As they went along, they met the Tin Woodman. The Tin Woodman creaked a creak as he moved his tin body to greet Dorothy and the scarecrow. "I need a heart. May I join you?" The Tin Woodman asked. "Of course, let's go together," Dorothy answered with a bright smile. Thus Dorothy, the scarecrow, and the Tin Woodman set off towards Oz. Squeak, squeak, the sound of the Tin Woodman walking made their journey even more special. On their way, they encountered the Cowardly Lion. The lion roared a roar, appearing fiercely in front of them, but he was actually very scared. "I need courage," the lion said shyly. "Don't worry. If you come with us, the wizard will give you courage," Dorothy comforted the lion. Now Dorothy, the scarecrow, the Tin Woodman, and the lion began their long journey to meet the Wizard of Oz. Roar, the occasional sound the lion made when he was scared, marked the beginning of a new friendship. Together, they continued their adventure along the Golden Road towards the Emerald City. Despite the obstacles that came their way, Dorothy and her friends helped each other overcome any challenge. "We can do anything together," Dorothy exclaimed, and everyone nodded in agreement. Their friendship deepened, and the journey to meet the Wizard of Oz continued. This journey, seeking what they each desired, taught them much. And the story was just beginning. Dorothy and her friends followed the Golden Road towards the Emerald City. The scarecrow exclaimed, "We're almost there." The Tin Woodman marveled, "This city is truly dazzling." The Cowardly Lion, a bit nervous, asked, "Will I find my courage when we meet the wizard?" "Don't worry, Lion. We will all find what we're seeking," Dorothy encouraged. Upon their arrival, the city shone with emeralds. "Wow, it's beautiful," Dorothy gasped. The city's gates opened with a groan, and they entered the mysterious Emerald City. "Welcome to the Emerald City of Oz," a voice greeted. They looked around to see who was speaking. "Look, there's a light coming from that high tower. The wizard must be there," the Scarecrow pointed. They headed towards the tower. Knock, 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 Dorothy knocked on the tower door. The door creaked open and they cautiously entered. Inside, magical green lights twinkled. "This place is truly a world of magic," the Tin Woodman said. The lion murmured, "Oh, it's a bit scary here. But I must be brave." They encouraged each other as they prepared to meet the wizard. "We can do this," Dorothy said. To meet the wizard, Dorothy and her friends walked down a long hallway filled with whistling sounds and mysterious green light. "We're about to meet the wizard," the Scarecrow said. The Tin Woodman responded, "My heart's pounding as if I had won." As they reached a large door, it opened with a boom, revealing a grand hall with the Great Wizard of Oz at the end. The wizard's voice boomed, "Why have you come here?" Dorothy gathered her courage, "We've come to fulfill our wishes." "I want to go home," the Scarecrow seeks wisdom, the Tin Woodman a heart, and the lion courage. The wizard pondered, "Before I grant your wishes, you must do something for me." The friends looked at each other nervously. What could it be, the Scarecrow wondered. The wizard declared, "Defeat the Wicked Witch of the West. Return after accomplishing this, and I shall grant your wishes." Dorothy and her friends looked at each other and said, "We can do this together," and set off towards the west. Dorothy and her friends embarked on a long journey to find the Wicked Witch of the West. The path was dark with a whistling wind, and the trees creaked and groaned as they watched over them. The lion said, "Guys, I'm really scared. But we must be brave." The Tin Woodman encouraged, "Together we can do it." Upon arriving at the witch's castle, filled with eerie sounds, the Scarecrow whispered, "Be careful, friends." They confronted the witch, who yelled, "What brings you here?" Dorothy declared bravely, "We've come on behalf of the Wizard of Oz. We're here to defeat you." The witch scoffed, "You cowards. Think you can defeat me? Try your best." The battle began. Crash! Boom! Magical clashes echoed. The lion summoning. His bravery roared fiercely at the witch. Eventually, Dorothy and her friends outwitted the witch, who vanished into thin air. After defeating the witch, Dorothy and her friends returned to Oz to report their success. Walking back, they encouraged each other. "We did great," the Tin Woodman said. "The wizard will surely grant our wishes now." The Scarecrow beamed. "We all showed great bravery." "I'm proud of us," the lion added. Upon their return, the wizard was amazed by their success. "Incredible! You've actually defeated the Wicked Witch of the West," he exclaimed. Dorothy and her friends once again asked the wizard to fulfill their wishes. "Well, having seen your courage and determination, I shall grant your wishes," he said. However, before the wizard could fulfill their wishes, a mishap occurred. Toto pulled back a curtain, revealing a regular man standing behind a control panel. "Aha! So you were the real Wizard of Oz?" Dorothy exclaimed in surprise. The man admitted, "Yes, I'm just a regular person. But I can still help you." Dorothy and her friends stood before the wizard. "It's time to grant your wishes," he announced. "I wish for a head full of wisdom," the Scarecrow declared. The wizard responded, okay, and filled the Scarecrow's head with wise words from books. "Now you're very smart." "I need a heart to feel," requested the Tin Woodman. Indeed, the wizard handed him a clock filled with love. "Now you have a heart." "I need courage to live without fear," the lion requested. "Be brave," the wizard gave him a medal of courage. "I just want to go home, back to Kansas," Dorothy wished. The wizard pondered, "That's a bit harder. But don't worry, we'll find a way." Then Toto barked a woof woof, running to Dorothy's side. She hugged Toto. "We'll go home, Toto. We will." "Dorothy, I've found a way for you to go home. It's your red shoes. Tap them 3 times and say, 'I wish to go home.'" "Really?" Dorothy was astonished. The wizard assured, "Yes, truly." The Scarecrow marveled, "It's amazing that Dorothy can go home." The Tin Woodman teared up, "We hope Dorothy will be happy." The lion cheered, "Dorothy, we wish you a safe journey home. We're proud of you." Dorothy teary, "Thank you, everyone. I'll never forget our adventure together." Dorothy tapped her shoes 3 times, saying, "I wish to go home, I wish to go home, I wish to go home." In a flash of light, Dorothy and Toto vanished. Dorothy and Toto flew through the twister with a whirl. "Wow, it's so fast!" Dorothy exclaimed. Toto agreed with a woof. They soared above clouds, cutting through the wind a swoosh towards Kansas. "Toto, we're almost home." Dorothy rejoiced. As they neared Kansas, Dorothy looked down. "There it is, our farm," she shouted. Toto wagged his tail happily. Thump! They landed softly in the backyard. "We're home, Toto." Dorothy was overjoyed.